As a response to the article Too Asian that was published in Macleans magazine, they issued an apology and or that sort of explained why they wrote this article. Now, they say that every year in their university's rankings issue that they publish stories that Canadian are pertinent to Canadian students. And supposedly Canadian students told Maclean's magazine that race was becoming a conversation issue on campus. And personally, I've never witnessed never witnessed race as being much of a conversation on campus. And when it is, it's always to mention that UBC has a lot of Asian students, and it's never really talked of. I never really, or at least I never associate it of being talked at in a positive or negative light. And I think that the article's trying to persuade us to believe that this is should be a debate on campus. But why should this be a debate and some of the other divisions on campus not get discussed and not get their front page article? Maclean's really chose something that was very controversial to try to stir up the pot, just like several months ago there was a Maclean's cover with the Bonhomme de Carnival, a very important symbol for the Quebec Winter Festival that upset many Francophone Canadians. Again, it was there to stir up the pot with debate. In fact, if you looked at what I perceive the biggest division to be on campus, is not it is not about race. The divisions I see that seem pertinent to campus community are commuter students and non-commuter students. Also, the division between different faculties, how different faculties are getting involved in different activities. I mean, I'm on the executive of a club at UBC Sprouts where we operate a store and cafe and grocery store. And if you look at the who is volunteering for this, you can see that there is race doesn't play that big of a role in who goes and volunteers, but in what faculty you are. We get a lot of people who are in the land and food systems faculty, and a lot of people in arts, and not so many people in engineering and commerce and science. That is a big division. Now, the Maclean's article points specifically to the AMS Council not having very many Asian students on it. And the same argument that I just mentioned about different faculties and different interest groups, that the AMS Council has quite a few people in commerce, quite a few people from fraternities, and last year, the school newspaper, the UBC, published an article that was saying that now those are the the groups and faculties that are getting elected to AMS Council, because those are the groups that have the mobilization factor. So, in order to get people out to vote. So you see that there are a lot of different issues that are conversation on campus that, like the one I just pointed out, about the AMS Council, that the UBC pointed out, race really is not that big of a conversation, for me at least. But that's important to remember. I'm just one student. This is a huge campus with thousands and thousands of students, and I'm sure that race is a conversation for more people. But really, Maclean's magazine, did you really have to come up with such a big sensationalist headline to get us to have this conversation now? I wouldn't have been having this conversation had you not published the article. I guess that's good in a way, but I'd rather keep it the way. But I'd rather you report on more pertinent issues on campus, commuting, not commuting, and all sorts of other things that I experience as a student. So, there you go.